Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Starcraft Nation. Zoya here from the Starcraft Squad, bringing another professional matchup. Spawning in the in the bottom right as the blue Terran is Jimpo. Jimpo, of course, is the renowned Terran player from Sweden. Started playing Brood War when he heard Blizzard was starting to get ready to announce StarCraft 2 and join a Brood War team. He is currently ranked 16th on the European ladder, 28th in the world. He has 1,250 wins and 983 losses with a 55.98 win-loss ratio. And in the top left is Lalush. I also know he's from Sweden. Don't really know much else about him. When he joined the StarCraft Sweden, I do not know. But he is 57th in the European server, 126th on the world. And he's 851 wins, 581 losses, with a ratio of 59.43. So obviously both are extremely strong players. We do have this on an ICCUp matchup, so most players, unless you follow ICCUp, aren't going to be familiar with these matches. So no really crazy backdoor entrances, as you can see here. Fairly small entrance. We have an entrance from here, an entrance from here from the natural. We have a base here. We have a gold over here. So we have lots of entrances, which can be a pain for Zerg to defend for, because you don't really know when to put your spine colors, but I'm sure Lalush will be fine with holding this. Jimpo walling off, of course, knowing he's playing a Terran or Zerg player. And it's fixed spawn positions, you know, bottom right, bottom left, so it should be very interesting. TVZ, of course, is a pretty fun matchup in my mind. It could really go, you know, whatever way. It's not really as much rock, paper, scissors as it can, because the counters for something can be countered by, you know, being a better player, which is, of course, can be said for any counter, but, you know, for Terran versus Zerg, there's really no counter for each build, which is awesome. Now we have Jimpo scouting here, seeing no pull. He's about to see the pull. There he goes. No gas, and we did see the expansion as we came in. Doesn't look like we'll be able to get in here for Lalush, though. We are walled off with a tech lab. Orbital command's almost finished. We have good overlord placement here so far. We have one right already at the outskirts of the main base for Jimpo, and then we have one over here, you know, scouting the second natural. Spawning pool's almost finished. Still no gas yet, though, for Lalush. And still have no idea really where Jimpo's going to go with this build. He is getting an early Reaper. Early Reapers are good for sniping probe drones, especially when we have the early Queen. And it doesn't look like we're just getting one Reaper. We are getting a second one queued up. So we are going a multiple Reaper build here, which is awesome. Good at sniping drones there, if you can keep away from the Queens, especially when you have no gas for the Zergling speed to get the good surround on the Reapers. So first Reapers on the map. Going to be moving across the field. SCV has control of the Zelnaga tower, so we see when a Zergling attack comes. Right now we only have 2 Lings here. We're droning pretty damn hard. We have 4 now, when the rest are drones being built. We have a factory being built for Jimpo, and second Reaper's almost here. So have a little bit of poking here from this Reaper. We gotta be very careful of that Queen, though. We don't want to lose our Reaper. But once that Queen's off creep, these Reapers are gonna do a lot of damage. Don't want to do that, though. We don't want to be losing our Reaper here, Jimpo. You want to be very careful of that. Now, I'm curious as to where this SCV is going to build a bunker soon, or we're just, you know, going to be doing some damage. Second Reaper's on the way. We have a third one queued up, so we're committing to this Reaper play pretty strong here. Reaper's taking a lot of damage. Jimpo should not be getting hit by this at all. Now we have 2 Reapers here now. Doesn't look like we're putting on a bunker. We are expanding, though. We're getting a reactor on that factory, so playing this really strong. Need to be very careful. If we lose these Reapers, it's not going to be good. We have our first Roach being built, though. Roach Warren is placed down over here. We have our gas going. So once the Roach is on the field, these Reapers are pretty much done for. Roaches aren't that great against Reapers. Be very careful, though. We don't want to lose any of these Reapers at all. I would like to see Jimpo just do a quick swing around here and attack these drones. But he just rather, you know, try and kill this Queen, which is a good choice. Third Reaper has arrived. We aren't building anymore, though. And we are just taking off, running from this Roach. Like to see a good swing right here, but we have a great Overlord placement from Lalush, so we'll be able to stop that altogether. Still no upgrades going from the Tech Lab. Second Marauder on the way, putting out 2 Hellions right now. Command Center is almost finished. Losing a taking some life damage there from that Reaper or Hellion, and it doesn't really look like Lalush thinks he needs to build more. Like right now, he's got the one one roach here to stop the Reaper play. And that's all he really needs. The rest of his time is spent droning. But we need to be very careful. If we see this with the Reapers, both those drones are going to die. And we're picking off both those drones, which is not good. We have a second roach over here now. So we have 2 roaches spread around the map, trying to keep an eye on where these Reapers are. Be very careful, though. Don't want to lose any Reapers to this roach. Great micro from Jimpo, though. Doing a lot of damage. Losing 1 Reaper, though. 2 Reapers now. So was that a good trade-off? I don't think so. Also about to be losing this SCV. But killing off that Reaper. 2 more barracks being built for Jimpo. Still no starport, though. Expansion is being warped into an orbital command. Should be seeing it move down yet. And lots of spine crawlers going down for Lalush. Jesus. That is a lot of spine crawlers. A little bit of an overreaction there. But he knows he's been droning really hard right now. And probably a bit worried. But we don't really have much of a force here. These spine crawlers are going to do a lot of damage to these Hellions, though. One spine crawler can kill like 100 blue Hellions. Of course, it's a huge exaggeration, but spine crawlers are a great way to stop Hellions. Any form of sag defense is a really great way to stop Hellions. But right now, we still don't have a third from Lalush, which I would like to see here. Overlord's right here. Don't know if he sees anything. We're going to swap to Lalush's vision real quick. He does see the SCVs are mining. He is moving his Overlord closer, so we do know the expansion's up. Armory being built for Jimpo, so we're going to be seeing hopefully some Thors here. Moving over to the Tep Lab, ditching this reactor altogether, so he's done with his Hellions. We are moving out here, taking some damage here. We need to be very careful. We don't want to die to this Roach here. We don't want to lose any Hellions without our Marauders. Now this is a fairly standard Terran versus Zerg build. I do it all the time. A very heavy Marauder Hellion mix here. Marauders, of course, counter the whatever they're called, roaches, and Hellions counter the lings. But this late in the game, with only concussive shells, still no stim pack. I don't think it's going to be that strong, especially once mutas are on the field. Now the way Zerg usually stops me from using this build is they get early mutas. Once you have this kind of force here, those 6 mutas are going to completely dominate you, so we really need to be careful here from Jimpo. We have our first Thor on the way, but by the time those lings or mutas are here, the Thor's not going to be done. So be very careful. Bunker up at Jimpo's expansion. Hellions trying to, poke and prod, see what they can see here. This is so many spine crawlers, though. I can't believe that. Making sure no thirds up. Be very careful of those roaches, and then it looks like we're going to see a third from Lalush right now. Marauders were sent back home. Here come the Mutalisk, though, and Jimpo is going to lose all of these Hellions. Good split here, trying to divert the attention here. Probably should have brought that one down here, though. Will these Hellions be quick enough to get home? Looks like they're just going to go away, and Lalush is just going to be like, okay, screw it, I'm going to go for his main. First Thor is almost out, though. He needs to bring it over here to stop the mutas, and here comes the Thor, and the Thor has such huge range. Look how much damage these balled up mutas took just from one Thor. I mean, they're all really low health. 2 of them are almost dead, and that's from one Thor. Thors just dominate mutas if they're not controlled properly. Picking off one Mutalisk there, almost getting a second. Will we be able to get a third? Doesn't look like it, but Jimpo definitely defended that quite easily with that one Thor. Second one's halfway done. Starport's on the way, so well as Combat Shield and Stim Pack. Third expansion for Lalush is almost finished. And really, we don't have much of a force here. I mean, we go to the income tab. 57 harvesters for Lalush, 39 for Jimpo. So he's obviously droning his heart out right now. So we don't really have that much of a force. Getting a double Evo chamber, getting the pathogen glands, and Glau reconstruction. Or reconstitution. Jesus, I can't read. Mula's coming in here doing some poking just out of range of this missile turret. We need to have Thor's placed at each base, though, to stop any form of harassment. Thor getting one volley off, doing a lot of damage. Look how much low these health. Oh my god, Thors are just destroying the small group of Mutalisk. Back in Jimpo's base, we have, or Lalush's base, we have double Evo chamber getting those upgrades really quick like. And Festers are going to be done soon, and the third is ready. So right now we have a huge economic leak from Lalush being on 3 bases and having so many drones. But he really doesn't have that much of force. He needs to build an army quick, because once Jimpo walks into this base, these Thors are going to destroy the mutas. We have plenty of Marauders and Lings here, and all we have right now is these spine cars. I mean, we are getting the roaches, we are getting some infestors, but even then, and we are building 2 more spine cars. We are just spine crawler heaven right now. 3 Thors out. Doesn't look like we're building any more. We're getting a lot of medevac production right now, though, and we are moving with a pretty beast force. So we have the SCVs to repair, 3 Hellions still. plenty of Marines. Marauder Stim's going to be finished just in time. +1 weapon just now started, though, which isn't really that big of a deal because we don't have any +1/+1 for our Zerg player yet. And right now we have a lot of spine crawlers here. If Jimbo commits there, but we do have a flank coming from behind. Thor getting trapped over here, just walking off on its own. It's going to get killed if Jimbo doesn't react quickly, but we do pull our force up. We need to get the SCVs repairing that, though. Not being repaired at all right now. There we go, getting some repairs off. SCV set to auto repair. These Mutilas taking lots of damage right now. We only have 5 in the mix. So if these Thors get some volleys off, Infestor's using their little green volley and doing a lot of damage to this army. We don't have very many medevacs to heal this up, but we are pushing the front pretty hard. All those Mutilas just got destroyed by these 3 Thors in one volley. And this is looking great for Jimpo right now. Focus firing down this Baneling nest. No Banelings is really bad right now for Lalush. Roach is coming in from the side. Going to try and focus fire on this Thor, but they're forced to fall back. Lalush running in with drones first, doing a lot of damage, getting a good surround from Roaches up here, but this is not looking good for Lalush. He took a lot of damage to this attack. Killing up the Thors right now, and it doesn't look like Lalush is going to be able to survive, losing his entire force here. +1 weapons a quarter of the way from done, and we have reinforcements floating in right now, just from all over the place from Jimpo. He wants to kill him now, doesn't want to just rebuild his army. We have a lot of Marauders here at low health. These medevacs are so low on energy, though, just the new ones coming in. Look at the old ones, they're all out of mana, or energy, whatever the hell you want to call it. They're trying to move his spine crawlers up, but they're just getting focus fired before they can even finish. Lots more Roaches being built, 11 on the way. But right now, Jimpo's just constantly floating in units. These medevacs are healing everything up. We have more on the way, just constantly streaming in units. And I don't think, Jimpo's going to be, or Lalush is going to be able to recover from this. He is a great player, but Jimpo just taking out his natural. Lalush is about to lose his infestation pit. We do have a bunch of Roaches up here. +1/+1 is finished for them, but I mean, we don't have anything to stop this heavy Marauder force, and we still have these Thors here, and all the things he can go really won't do great here. I mean, we do have a lot of Zerglings on the way, but it's really game over from this point. Jimpo's just got such a huge force here. Food count is 126, 255, so that's definitely a GG. Should be seeing it any second soon. Meanwhile, Jimpo is taking his third, but it's really not necessary at this point. It is over. Food count says it all, 38 versus 126. And then Lalush being a little bad-mannered, saying, gotta admire that tremendous skill involved in moving that army, Jimpo, saying that really took no micro skill at all. Really, though, Lalush just over-droned. I mean, he did have a formidable lead on the income, but when Lalush saw that, he 2-based pretty damn hard and then walked into the base of Lalush. Really didn't need the micro because there was no defense there for Lalush. So, great game. Make sure you guys subscribe. Check me out on Twitter, Starcraft Squad, or twitter.com/Starcraft Squad. I might make a Facebook someday, but I'm not really into the whole social networking thing. All my real life friends are like, you need to do this, and I still have never made a Twitter or a Facebook, but figured I'd make a Twitter for the Starcraft Squad. Make sure you check out our Battle for the Viewers tournament. You can qualify by either, you can send me an email at starcraftsquad@gmail.com saying you want to play me. If you can beat me in a 1 versus 1, then you'll qualify for the tournament. Or you can submit to our replay pack. You just want to send the replay to starcraftsquad@gmail.com. Check out the video for it. The replays either consist of you winning with a sunken a spine crawler pushing, Archon toilet, 3 drops going on simultaneously. There's a couple others. I forget which ones they are, but some of them are pretty damn cool. One of them is like you have to expand before building any sort of other building besides like a supply depot or a pylon, and then you can't move out without having final tier units such as carriers. So if you can win following the rules, like read the rules on the video, and you'll place in the tournament. It's 32 people. Winner of the tournament gets $50 cash in the mail from me, so definitely check that out. Should be really, really fun. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, check out my paid training service, $8 an hour, Master League Top 2000 in the United States. So definitely, if you're interested in some hands-on training, I'm random, so I know all 3 races. So yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.